why shouldn't you do what feels good until it doesn't feel good?
I mean, everything being equal, there's a limit, right?
There's a
So
limit, and there's
if you go
also,
beyond it, then
yeah,
I mean, as far as an organism is concerned, I suppose that is a metric. You do the pleasurable thing until it stops being pleasurable, and then
yeah.
that's your limit, right?
But
Then you change to something else, and then
yeah,
you,
but that's a pretty dumb way to do it, because even
yeah,
then, you would still want to be wise about maximizing the pleasure and minimizing the suffering. Because if you were just going to, I'm going to eat this, my favorite ice cream, I'm going to eat it until I don't want to anymore. By the time you don't want to anymore, it's too late. You're going to be
yeah,
bloated, you're going to be feeling sick, etc. So the wisdom should be recognizing that fact that I can, this is my favorite ice cream, but I will only have a little bit because that's the only way it can remain being a thing I enjoy.
yeah.
So it all goes back to the ability of the being able to stop, knowing when to stop. And with most things,
When, yeah,
yeah, and when to
when.
stop.
That's the art. When.
And with most things, the answer is pretty much immediately. And for some reason, it's very,
Stop immediately.
yeah, you can never have it as much as you want to have it, because you just want to get it, and then for it uh to keep being the same amount of pleasure
But
from the same
but it
amount of thing.
won't. But it
But it
won't.
never works like that with
Yeah.
anything. That's the most, like, to me, that was the most kind of poignant part about Buddhism, because it very aptly points that out. Is like, hey, you can't find a thing that will satisfy you, because satisfaction means you're satisfied, you're done. But there isn't such a thing.
It's never done, you
It's
know?
not. Like, what, you're gonna watch a TV show and it's really good, and then it's over.
Yep.
You can rewatch it, but then you don't want to rewatch it anymore after that, right? So and no thing and no activity can be that. I still like thinking about that, because I mean, to me, that dispels all kinds of, this is like in Buddhism, in their philosophy, everything connects with everything else. Because if you know that fact, well, now you don't really want as many things anymore, because you kind of already know. This is where wisdom comes in, because if you know this fact about the reality, well, what's the point then of getting that ice cream? I kind of still try to stay in the middle road of not, um, like, to me, it doesn't mean like, oh, now all pleasure should go out of the window, because I tried doing that and then doesn't work either.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty fascinating to learn that on an experiential level, that you can't. You have to have, like, pleasure is a driving mechanism and principle in your life, because you just won't be doing stuff if it doesn't bring you pleasure. Like, if it just doesn't do anything for you, or if it just brings you suffering, why would you do it? So pleasure is kind of baked into everything you're doing, even though sometimes it's like it's an exchange, in if it's work, that money can give you pleasure. So even if work is difficult or you don't enjoy it, it's an exchange, because ultimately it will bring you pleasure.